Welcome back to Mustache Moto. It's Ben, and today I'm going to review 6 CarPlay devices for your BMW. Let me kick it off with the disclaimer. All of these units were sent to me for free, all 6 of them, for me to test and me to give my opinion on. None of the companies have any sway in what I say. None of them have seen a preview of this video. So it's all my opinion, my information. I've been using these, some of them for a month, some of them for a year. I've used them all extensively, so I got a good handle on how they work and the pluses and minuses of each one. Let me go through first some commonalities. They all just click right into the connected ride cradle. You just snap it in, turn your bike on, you're ready to roll. They all work really well with the Wonder Wheel. So you can control the navigation on the screen, answer calls, all that stuff you can do without taking your hand off the handlebars. They all also work really well with CarPlay. You know, no problems, easy connections, rock solid. So all that is equal from all 6 of these units. If that's what you want it for, pick the one that fits the best for you, the size that's the best for you, and the price you want to pay. All right, now there are some differences. Size, they go from 5 to 7 inches, pluses and minuses for each of those sizes. I'll show you what it looks like in the cockpit so you can see which one works for you. They also kind of fit in differently. Some are nice and tight and flush, some stick out a lot more, some cover part of your TFT, making things harder to read. So that's a big difference among them. And then they also all have like speedometer screens and other information screens that are maybe of interest to some of you. I'll go through those screens, and they're different. Some of them have more information, some less. One of them actually has the wrong information on it. It doesn't interface properly with the bike for that part. So let me get up here, show you each one, and then you can decide what is the best for you. Let me also say, I don't have it in my hands right now. Hang on. This Chigee, which is the Aoocci LTE Max, I can't remember the exact designation, by far the best one I've ever used. I'm not really keeping it in this review in this one because, as well as, you know, you put the mount on the back and it clicks right in, but you have to wire in additional things and wiring if you want all of the options on this, so it's not quite as easy to plug and play. But here's the over here. Here's the full review I did of this. It's the Cadillac. You're going to pay for it, but if you want the best of the best, check that one out. The first unit we're going to look at is the Chigee AIO5. This is one of the smallest units. It's a 5-inch screen. It's also one of the more expensive ones. It's $450. So that's quite expensive, but it's really a premium unit. It fits in super nicely. I mean, you can see it barely sticks out at all from the cradle, and it's actually a little smaller than the cradle, so it fits flush. I still find it very usable, very visible. I didn't have a problem with the size, although I will say I do kind of like a 6-inch screen better. But I used this for a long time and was really, really happy with it. It's super premium, screen works great, and it's got a few, it's got more screens, information screens, than some of the other ones. Okay, you can see here that load screen, or the main screen. This is kind of cool, it's got your sunset time. It's got the time, it's got your tire pressures, which will show up once you start riding, your direction, your miles per hour. And then it's got, this screen that's got RPM. Look, it's got a throttle position sensor on it, temperatures, range, and then it's even got a secondary one that shows your gear and a lot of other information. So those are really cool. And then one of the things I really, really love about this unit is it's got physical buttons across the top, including my favorite. That one kills the screen but doesn't turn the unit off. So if you're at night or if you just don't want to be distracted, a quick click, you'll still get your music, you'll still get your directions, but you won't be listening to, or you won't be looking at the screen. It won't be distracting you. It's also got ones to switch between which screen you're looking at. And then the other thing, with it being the smallest one, if you notice, you can actually see the entire top of your TFT. So that is, the camera is in a position that my head would be in when I'm riding, so that gives you a good idea of whether or not this screen covers up anything on your TFT. So that's the Chigee A05 Play. All right, next up is the Car ABC. And this one, all right, this one is a little, is that in there? Nope. There we go. This one is a really tight fit, almost too tight. Like I think it could be kind of made wrong, which is unfortunate. This is a 6-inch screen, so nice size screen. You can see it fits very tightly into the frame, into the cradle. It's almost the perfect size for that, and you can see it doesn't hardly stick out at all. So the form is really nice, except it's that super, super tight fit. So what you have to do is you actually have to lock it and then snap it in and push it really, really hard. This one, the screen is a little dimmer than some of the other ones. And then if we go back, so here's your main information screen with your speed. It's got a trip odometer that I can't get to reset. I can't figure out how that works. On these extra information screens, the total mileage always says 36 miles. The remaining mileage always says 36 miles. You know, so it's ambient temperature. It's not 32 degrees out. It's not leaning 1.2 degrees. The engine temperature is not 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's got some weird, weird things going on in the software that I've not seen any fix for. The trip odometer is kind of messed up. So if you're looking for those extra screens, this is not the one for you at all. Actually, we're not, let me see, let me go back here. We're not on the brightest. There we go. That's the brightest screen. So that brings it up a little closer to the other ones. This one runs about $445. So this is one of the cheaper units. It is, as a matter of fact, the cheapest unit. If you're only using it for the CarPlay and you don't mind it being kind of funky, getting it in and out, consider it. It's not my favorite. I don't like the way it fits. But it's not that bad of a unit, I guess. So let me go ahead and swap it to the next one. 2 hands for that, because it's so tight. Next up, we've got the Aoocci BM6. This is their 6-inch version of a tablet, and it is the exact same unit as the MotorTablet Pro Max. The Aoocci one is about $15 cheaper at $344, where the MotorTablet is $360. But they are, I think the only difference is that it says Aoocci on this splash screen. Otherwise, these units are exactly the same. So let's go. The screen works fine. Everything slides fine, just like every other unit. Nice and bright. Let's go here. So we've got this screen, which has your speedometer and your tire pressures and your heading. And then we have another screen. It shows your throttle position. I don't remember. These have funky names, but the temperature outside, I don't know why it's got those weird numbers. 203, I think that's miles till empty. ambient temperature, battery voltage, front and back tire pressure will show up once you start riding. And I should mention, on I think all of these, you can either have it just read the pressures from the bike, or if you wanted to, you can get the screw-on caps, which might be helpful if you wanted to run two different sets of tires, if you had an on-road and an off-road set. So this one sticks out quite far. You can see right here is the end of the cradle, and it sticks out a good, inch there on top of it. All right. It's also got a little bit of a sunscreen here, which is kind of interesting. And if you see, you can still see all the information. You can read the top line of information on your TFT on this. So that's definitely handy. One thing I love about the Aoocci and the MotorTablet unit, so it doesn't have the physical button to turn the screen off, but what it does have, which is a pretty good compromise, or could be even better, is screensaver. So you can set the screen to go blank after 1, 2, or 3 minutes, or never. So I usually do it on the 1 minute, so that keeps me from being distracted by the screen. It'll go blank, but then you just touch the screen and it comes right back up. So that's kind of a good compromise. You don't have a button to shut the screen down, but you can have it easily automatically turn off so it's not distracting for you. All right, now we got the CarPuride. This is the W702BS. It's about $300. It is the biggest. It's a 7-inch screen. I should say, let me go back and say that the Aoocci, they also do offer a 7-inch version for about $350 if you're interested in that. But the CarPuride one, and I haven't tested that one. The CarPuride one is about $300. Got your screen here. Oops, let's see, where are we? There we go. Get the screens, but let's look. It's got a visor. It sticks out just about as much as the Aoocci or the MotorTablet there. Big honking screen. You can see that you lose the top of your TFT. You won't be able to see that information without ducking your head from a seated position. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I find 7 inches to be too big. It gets in my way too much. I see too much. That's not something I want blocking my view. But if you like a big screen, or maybe you need that extra visibility, or a little better eyesight, be able to see it, that's fine. That may work for you. It's got a bunch of other stuff on here. Let's see. So it's got your compass and I think that's a trip odometer that you can change to your elevation. A lot of information on this screen, including the throttle, your temperature graph, RPM, trip odometer that I think I just push and hold and it'll reset. Let's see. It takes a minute though. As well as, there we go, your regular odometer, which is accurate, tire pressures. Let's see what else we got here. So, more information screens. Very cool stuff. So it works very well. Let's see, and then we can go back to the screen here. The CarPuride does have one physical button, and that is an on-off button you can push and hold, and you can lock it or turn the power off. Or with a single press, you can adjust the media and voice levels. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about is kind of the build quality of these. The Chigees, these suckers are really solid. I mean, they're heavier. They just feel like they're really constructed well. A little denser, a little more robust feeling than any of the other units, and nice and slim packaging. Let's see, the Carabc, that's probably the second most solid feeling unit after the Chigees, although with that super tight, funky fit in the cradle, that makes me a little nervous. But it is a solid unit and nice and thin and compact. The MotorTablet Aooccis are a little light feeling. a little on the light side, a little more plasticky feeling, and they stick out a little further than any of the other units, but still, they feel robust. And the little visors, I'm not a huge fan of those. I don't know that they really get you that much sun protection. And then the CarPlay, or CarPuride, I'm sorry, is a little thinner, a little more compact, and a little denser feeling. So maybe feeling like it's got a little bit better build quality, but that's kind of real subjective on these. Chigee definitely feels the most solid and premium compared to the rest of them. All right, you got a bunch of options here. If you got a BMW and you want to put CarPlay on it, I hope this helped you out. Now get out there and ride.